We've sent rovers to Mars, probes to Pluto, and satellites into geosynchronous orbit. But it was too long ago that even sending a spacecraft into low Earth orbit was an almost unimaginably difficult task. It took the best part of 2 decades for us to get to where we are today. And it all started with a pair of rivals trying to outdo each other in a contest that would change the world. This is the story of the space race, from the end of World War II until the fall of the Berlin Wall. The USA and USSR were locked in a terrifying competition of weapons development and geopolitical one-upmanship. This was the Cold War, each side desperate to prove its superiority, and each side knowing that the other possessed the capability to end the world many times over. It was against this backdrop of mutually assured destruction that the USSR shocked the world on October 4, 1957. When it successfully launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite to ever orbit the Earth. For Americans, this was a disaster. The country's first attempt at beating the Soviets into space had failed, and now the Russians had bragging rights. First, they had beaten the US into space, and second, they had beaten the US into orbit. To make matters worse, Sputnik also happened to be carrying a radio beacon which would periodically transmit a sound that Americans quickly dubbed the Soviet beat. To make matters even worse, the rocket that launched Sputnik was a type of intercontinental ballistic missile. In other words, the same type of rocket that could deliver a nuclear warhead. Suddenly, America's worst fears about Soviet capabilities were realized. Not only could the Soviets launch missiles across continents, but they could do so undetected. America's ability to respond would be severely compromised. Worst-case scenario, the entire world order could be turned upside down.